Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my foundation routine for you guys. I haven't done a video like this in a minute, I believe so. I know I did a makeup tutorial, but I didn't go in depth with my techniques on how I cover my acne or just overall do my base makeup. I really love the techniques and the products that I've used in this video, and I've been using them for a minute, so I know they're good. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. So since we're just going to be focusing on the face today, I already have my eyebrows on, and I'm not really going to do a lot of eyeshadow today, so we're just going to do the whole base together. I really wanted to do an updated foundation routine because I feel like I have found some staple techniques and some staple products that I feel like I probably will not live without ever again. Probably change up the brand and, you know, try new things out. I wanted to do this video with you guys, and obviously I don't have the most perfect skin. I do have a lot to cover, especially right now. You know, I'm just getting off my period, so, you know, I really broke out, especially like on the border of my chin. I broke out a lot. I have not broken out like this in a very long time, but I was eating a lot of chocolate, so just the whole thing, it just all rained on me. So I'm going to show you guys how I cover my face, and yeah, let's get started. So the base routine is my favorite part of my whole makeup. Like if my eyeshadow looks ugly, I don't care because I know my face is going to look good, especially with the products I have now. So I'm going to start off with a primer water. Now, will I say this is necessary? Depends. I personally like using the primer water. I feel like it just refreshes my skin and the skincare products that I have put on earlier. So I'm going to go in with some primer water, and this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Serene Greens primer water. You can even use a setting spray as well for like longevity. So I do a good spray of that depending how dry my face feels, and I'll just let that sink in. Now, this part I haven't been doing as often. It used to be like staple part of my routine, but now I only do it when my skincare has been on since the morning, kind of as a refresher, if you will. So I'm gonna go in with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched face base, and everyone has talked about this. This is the best product for your skin. If you have mature skin, dry skin, just for overall prep, it really leaves your skin very supple. So I would recommend going in with some kind of hydrating primer or moisturizer. It works great as well. The thicker the moisturizer, the better, in my opinion, when you're putting on makeup. For every day, depending how your skin is, you know, you can get away with using a lighter moisturizer, but for makeup, I have found, even using it on different clients, doesn't matter their skin type, the thicker the moisturizer that I put under, the better their foundation looks and their skin doesn't look as dry. And I got the little sample size. This one is $20. This is a pricey item, but it's completely worth the price. After I put that on my skin, as you can tell, is just starting to look a little bit more moisturized. And now I go in with the gripping primer, whether it's the Milk Makeup one or this e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I do love a gripping primer. This one is very good. I know this is supposed to be like the dupe for the Milk Makeup one, which it does have the same tacky consistency, but I haven't tried them out side by side. And then for my T-zone area, I do like going in with a smoothing primer, one that's going to smooth out my pores. So the one that I have right now is the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas one. The e.l.f. one is great as well. I have repurchased that one a billion times, but I got this little sample from Sephora and I do like it. I will say that with my Supergoop moisturizer, sometimes it does tend to cling on and create like dry patches. So I would keep that in mind depending on what kind of skincare you're using with this. With my e.l.f. one, I can use it with any skincare and I don't see that problem. But for this one, I do see this problem, maybe because this one is a little bit more silicone-y, if you will. I do see that it's a little bit heavier than the e.l.f. one. Those are like the main differences I've seen. And then with my sponge, I just like to go in and make sure I blend all that out and it's really just pushed into my skin. So now for foundation, which is my favorite part. If you guys have not tried out the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue foundation, you have to run out and try it. I know they don't sell Dose of Colors in store, but honestly, even if you try to figure out your shade online, please just try out this foundation. Whether you like full coverage, whether you like matte, satin, glowy, dewy, doesn't matter. This foundation can do it all. I think this is a medium to full coverage foundation. With one pump, you'll get like a medium coverage. With two pumps, you'll get more full coverage. I'm a full coverage girl, depending how my skin is, honestly. I will use a certain amount of foundation, you know, just act accordingly. So I am in the shade 116, and you guys are going to see that it does look a little bit too dark for me, or a little bit too yellow, but with these you do have to make sure you get like your correct undertone. But overall it works, and sometimes I prefer a little bit darker foundation. I prefer it to be a little bit more yellow tone than orange, when just in case that, because when it's orange and it's too dark, it might oxidize a little bit, and I will say this one does oxidize a smidge. But I do really like this foundation, how it leaves my skin. If you guys haven't tried it, please go try it out. I think it will run you like about 40 bucks, but sometimes they have a sale, and on the sale you can still use like somebody else's coupon code. So I actually got mine for like $20 because I got it when it was on sale. And I've tried this foundation before, but the shade that I have is way too dark for me, so I can only wear it in the summertime. This one I can get away with wearing it in the winter, springtime. And then I will say it does mix well with the e.l.f. Camo CC cream, which another one that I love. These two together, one will give me like the perfect shade, and two, the coverage on that is amazing. So if you guys want to try a great drugstore foundation, I know it's a CC cream, but honestly the coverage that it has, it's giving foundation. So I really love the e.l.f. Camo CC cream if you guys are also looking for a more affordable alternative. And then I am using a damp beauty blender. This is actually one from Amazon. I'll leave everything linked down below. And these sponges are exactly like the beauty blender. If you guys haven't tried these, please go run and get them. You can also get them on the AOA website, which I think they sell them individually as well. And on Amazon you get a pack of like 7, so you'll never run out. Honestly, I don't think I will ever go back to any beauty sponge ever after this one, because you get like 7 or so you really don't need to go out and buy them as often. And then they're just literally like a beauty blender, literally a beauty blender for probably a fraction of the price. I haven't compared them, but literally fraction of the price. So I really love this sponge. It's so soft. I'm super picky when it comes to my sponges. I literally only like the e.l.f. sponges and this one. Like, and I like the Dose of Colors one as well, but I'm someone that I will love to splurge on certain items, but the splurge will only be like a one-time thing, because it's not accessible to me, and I don't like that, because if I really like something, I want to be able to buy it over and over again. So when it comes to things that like are online, to me that's like more of a luxury. But I mean, Amazon will could get to you the next day, but for things like this, I like to just be able to either hit up my Target or have stock ready to go, you know? This is how my skin looks. As you can tell, this is like a pump and a half of foundation, just because I already knew that I needed the coverage. So you can still see a little bit of my scarring and my active pimples. Same with on my chin, you can see it here and here. But once I put on another layer, you are going to be able to see how full coverage this foundation could really get. And it also photographs beautifully. I think that the way that this was made was to literally be able to be photographed perfectly, because even if your shade doesn't match, you will not look like a ghost. Like, you will not get any flashback, which is something that I really love. So I did put a little bit more on the places where I need more coverage, and then I'm just gonna blend it out. And I also do get oily throughout the day, so I honestly love to put a bunch of powders on. That's why I don't use a super matte foundation or a super matte anything. I would go for either a hydrating to satin finish. So I'm going to go ahead and conceal. So I do use 2 different concealers. I did get this technique off of TikTok, but honestly, it's really good. So I'm going to go in with the Cover FX Power Play Concealer in G Light 1. And I just right here, my inner corner. And then lift. I like to go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Sand. And I just put this right here. And then while I let that sit and get a little bit tacky, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild makeup stick. And this is in Oaks on You. I will either go in with a liquid bronzer or go in with a cream bronzer. I'm going to go in with this Makeup by Ariel and Morphe collab brush. This is a 5/8, and I'm just gonna start blending this bronzer. I love a super bronzed forehead. It's probably like my favorite, especially because I have a huge forehead. I mean, big forehead shawties are beautiful, but baby, you know, I love it for my makeup. But I might have put a little bit too much because this already had bronzer on it. My brushes are a little bit dirty, but I can always fix it. So now I'm going in with my damp sponge again and blending out the concealer like I told you guys. And you know, we did overdo it on the forehead, so we're just gonna go in and pick up any excess product with our sponge. As you can see, it looks normal now. Yep, looks normal. And then I'm gonna go in with the tip right here and start blending. I do like to either look straight or look up as I'm blending and keeping this sharpness right here. I naturally have super dark under eyes. Like, I was born with eye bags, so I make sure that I cover them up because I know it doesn't matter how much sleep I'll get, I'm going to have under eye bags. When I do my face like this, I will add just a little bit of bronzer on my eye to contour. Now I'm gonna blend this out first. So after just blending everything, I go in with my sponge and pick up any excess product that I might not want on there. And yeah, so this is how my skin is looking. Full coverage. Obviously my texture is there. Texture doesn't bother me. I know I have pimples on my face. I'm not delusional about it. So I did that. Now I just look bronzed. So now I'm gonna go in with more cream products. This is actually a liquid blush. This is the Rare Beauty liquid blush in Joy. And these are super pigmented. So you literally only need a dot. And I'm gonna put my dot right here. And right here. And the reason I'm keeping it up here is because the pigment, if I put it right at the top of my cheeks where I would usually want it, I know I'm going to bring it down too far and it's just gonna not be my cup of tea. So I'm going in with a Morphe Ariel brush in the style A24, and I'm just going in, blending out that blush, you know, starting to bring it down a little bit because I do want it on my apples of my cheeks, but I don't want to bring it down. So I want to keep it up. So that's why I'm going up here. So you see we got that there, and then just a little here, just like the excess. And then right here as well, going up. And then again, blending because we're about to set everything in place. So you can go in and, like, if I'm feeling a little bit dry or I feel like I see like a little bit of dry patches, I will go in with my setting spray or my primer spray for just a refresher. But right now I'm feeling super hydrated and I feel like I don't need to put on setting spray. So for powder, I'm gonna go in with my Fenty powder, and this is in the shade Butter. And then I'm going to mix it with a little bit of my Laura Mercier one here in the shade Translucent. So my favorite brush for setting the eyes is the Morphe E49 brush. So I learned this tip from Haru. She is a celebrity makeup artist. She is super talented. I love her and her vibes. So what she does, or what she has taught me, she grabs a little bit of her powder, whether it's a pressed powder. I know Makeup by Ariel does like a pressed powder, but I like using a translucent powder just because I already have it, and why buy another product, you know? So I'm going to just blend out any creases that I may have under my eyes, and then I'm going to quickly set. So the way I set is I start from like the inner corner right here, and I go out and I just set this area, and then you have a matte side, and it just looks super smooth. Lightly layering the powders really makes a difference because then I get the most benefit out of all my powders and I don't look like a cakey dry mess. So I will just do this and then go back in. Want to be oily or just layer more powder, I will go in with the same brush and just pack on some powder, especially on my nose because I do love to contour my nose and I don't want it to look weird or just start separating. And then I just go in with a big brush, and this is the Makeup by Ariel Morphe collab in A21, and I just put it right here where I'm gonna put my bronzer. So now that we have set our face, this is what it looks like. Again, still looks really good. You can still see all my cream products, that I'm still bronzed, I'm still blushed, I'm still highlighted. There's the mention, contour. You can still see it all. The makiage Carli bybel collab. So I don't know if you can still get this palette, but this is just the bronzer I'm using. It's a baked bronzer. It's still my favorite, so that's why I'm using it, and I wanted to do a video using all of my favorite base products. So you can go ahead and use any bronzer that you have. I like something under these tones, so a little bit orange, a little bit, you know, just bronzy. I don't like anything too cool toned. I prefer a bronze, and I go in just a little bit because it is very pigmented. So now for contour, I'm going to go in with my Patrick Ta for the face in the shade She's Sculpted, and this does have a cream contour and a powder. So I'm going to go in with a Morphe 530, and then I'm just going to grab some and focus this back here, because this is what I want to be chiseled, and then bring it up on the forehead just for a more cohesive look. And bam, we're done. And then I'm gonna go in with the excess powder to bake under my contour and bronzer and everything. So I'm gonna go right here and hit it right here, and bam, press in on my chin, but I do leave a good amount right there to really just define that area. And then again, press right here and then right here on the laugh lines. And then I bake with those powders right here, and then I go in with my Makeup Revolution Banana Light powder, and I use this to bake and brighten. So that's what I was talking about, that I will be baking later, but as you can tell, we have already set that area, so I'm going to need a lot less baking powder, and it's going to make my makeup look less cakey. So I like to go in with a good amount, just like on the tip, and then I will drag it down like that for the nose. Wherever I want to be super defined and highlighted, I will add a good amount of powder. So there, I want that to be highlighted, and then I want the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose. And then I will go in with the little square from Amazon, and I will just start going in and packing the powder in just like this, just like that. And then I do the same to the other eye, grab some, my hand, and then I just go in on the side and I work out. And then I'm gonna start going in with blush. So the two blushes that I'm using today are Kylie Baddie on the Block and Dior Pink. So I'm going to start with Baddie on the Block, and I'm going to go in with the Ariel A22 brush, and I'm just going to pack her on. Let me grab a better mirror, and I'm going to start just putting the blush, and I am wiping away some of that bake as I'm putting the blush on. don't mind bringing it down or putting too much because I will be re-brightening that area. So after Baddie on the Block, I will go in with Pink by Dior. And I'll just grab some of that and start putting it a little bit more on my apples of my cheeks and out. I like to tap in the bake right here on my cheeks and then blend it up. And if I feel like I added way too much of the translucent powder, I'll go in with the Morphe Ariel brush and my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless powder, and I'll just like continue blending. But I think I did a pretty good job today, so I don't think I need it. Just overall blending, you know. And then for the final touches, I'm going in with highlight. So again, with the Beauty Creations palette, I'm going to go in with Blessed. And I know people have hopped off the highlighter bandwagon, but I can't. It's a part of my identity, my makeup identity, and I cannot get rid of it. And then I'm going to go in with a little brush. This is the JH39, and I'm going to go in with Always Classy. It's a pinky shade, and I like to put pinky shades on my nose just to add like a little something, you know, like add a little bit of fun. Like I love a little pink highlight, cute. And then with a Morphe 404 blend, and I'm all done. And this is how my skin looks. I'm gonna go ahead and add some setting spray. Actually, this is the Charlotte Tilbury Air Blush Flawless. I'll just So I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara and my lips, and I will be back to show you guys my finished face. Okay, so this is the finished look. I just went ahead and added mascara and a lip combo. So the lip combo that I have on right now is the Il Makiage and Carli Bybel collab in the shade Luna. And then for the lip gloss, I have on the Bite Beauty plumping gloss. It's called the Yay Sayer Pumping Lip Gloss in Guava Puff. That's what it looks like. Super cute combo. I didn't add any lipstick. It's just these two. And then, yeah, this is what the face looks like. I really love this routine. I love the foundation. I love the products. I love the techniques. So I really wanted to share with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did add a little bit of brightening powder. I wasn't going to, but I got a little bit of mascara on my lash line. So I did go in with the Beauty Creations EVETTEXO collab with the two brightening powders. I just mixed them and I added it. I wasn't going to because I felt like I was bright enough, but I made a little oopsie, so I had to clean it up. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe learned a little bit of techniques and how to cover your acne. Again, don't be insecure about your acne. It's normal. As you get older, you do get adult acne sometimes, and sometimes you get lucky, and once you get older, your acne just disappears. But for me, I'm still dealing with breakouts, so it's nothing to be ashamed of. I personally will go out with my skin breaking out. I feel like it's better than piling on makeup, but I wanted to show you guys how I would cover it up if I was going out. So this is my routine. It pretty much doesn't change, just depending how much coverage I need. But the products, I am swearing by this foundation. You guys need to go buy it. I feel like I don't hear anybody raving about it. I really love this one. And then if you want a more affordable option, e.l.f. CC cream, so good, love it, love mixing them. The formulas, full coverage dream. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.